You think heat stroke just means sweating too much. Think again. When your body temperature climbs past 40 degrees Celsius, your organs start cooking from the inside out, literally. The cells begin to warp, your brain misfires, and reality itself starts to melt. Most people imagine heat stroke as a slow fade into exhaustion, but the truth is far creepier. Your body doesn't just shut down, it turns against you. You might see things that aren't there, feel like your skin is on fire, or even experience a strange, peaceful calm right before collapse. So, buckle up, because today we're diving into the disturbing science of heat stroke and the creepy things your body does when it's way too hot to handle. Number 7. Hallucinations. When your brain overheats, it's not just uncomfortable, it's chaotic. The neurons start firing random signals, like a short-circuiting control panel. Your brain's communication system, the one responsible for making sense of reality, begins to glitch. At first, it feels like confusion. The walls seem to move, the air feels heavy, and sounds echo in strange ways. But soon, things take a darker turn. You might hear voices calling your name, or see people who aren't really there. Some victims of heat stroke have described seeing loved ones standing nearby. Others said they saw blinding lights or shadows moving at the edges of their vision. The science behind it is disturbingly logical. When your body loses too much water and sodium, the electrical balance in your brain cells collapses, the neurons swell. The brain itself can start to expand slightly inside your skull, a condition known as cerebral edema. This pressure causes false sensory signals, making your mind invent things to fill in the gaps. In other words, your overheated brain starts making its own horror movie. And here's the creepy twist: while your mind is melting down, it still tries to comfort you. That's why some hallucinations feel oddly gentle, a cool breeze, a friendly voice, or a calm presence. Your brain, in its confusion, creates an illusion of safety just before everything shuts down. So yeah, imagine trying to Google map your way back to sanity, but your brain's Wi-Fi starts connecting to random ghost networks. Heat stroke doesn't just fry your body, it hijacks your mind, blurring the line between reality and delirium. One moment you're sweating under the sun, the next, you're lost inside a world your brain just invented. Number 6. Body turns against you. When your body overheats, it doesn't just shut down, it mutinies. Your immune system, usually the loyal guardian keeping you alive, suddenly flips sides. It starts attacking everything in sight: muscles, organs, even your bloodstream. To your body, it feels like an infection is raging out of control, so it launches a biochemical war. This is called a cytokine storm, a chain reaction where immune cells release floods of inflammatory chemicals. At normal levels, cytokines help fight infections, but during heat stroke, they go berserk. They start breaking down healthy tissue, tearing through muscle fibers, and damaging internal organs like the liver, kidneys, and heart. You're not sick, but your body acts like you're dying from a plague. Soon, you'll start feeling deep, burning pain in your muscles. Proteins break apart, releasing toxins into the bloodstream. This process, called rhabdomyolysis, can literally poison your own kidneys. Blood thickens, clotting forms, and oxygen delivery crashes, all while your immune system proudly believes it's saving you. It's biological betrayal at its finest. Doctors describe this stage as the tipping point between heat exhaustion and heat stroke-induced organ failure. The damage isn't just from the heat anymore, it's from the war your body has declared on itself. And to add a little dark humor, imagine your immune system going full Game of Thrones on your organs. No diplomacy, no mercy, just fire and chaos inside your bloodstream. By this point, you might not even realize what's happening. Your brain fogs up, your pulse races, and beneath the surface, your immune system is pulling the ultimate coup, burning down the kingdom to save it. Heat stroke isn't just a matter of overheating, it's a rebellion within. The very systems built to protect you begin to devour you, one cell at a time. Number 5. Muscle breakdown. At this stage, your muscles start to betray you, literally breaking apart from the inside. The extreme heat and inflammation cause your muscle cells to disintegrate, a process known as rhabdomyolysis. When that happens, toxic proteins like myoglobin flood into your bloodstream. It sounds like a medical term, but the experience, pure agony. Your muscles ache as if they're being torn fiber by fiber. Every move burns. You might start trembling uncontrollably, feeling like your limbs are made of lead. And then something even more disturbing, your urine turns dark red or brown, the color of rust or cola. That's not dehydration, that's your body flushing out the remnants of your dying muscles. Myoglobin is supposed to stay inside muscle cells, helping them store oxygen, but once released into the bloodstream, it becomes poison. It clogs the kidneys, cutting off their ability to filter waste. Doctors describe it as your kidneys choking on muscle debris. If untreated, it can lead to acute renal failure, meaning your blood slowly fills with toxins your body can't clear. You might feel a crushing fatigue, dizziness, or a strange weakness creeping through your limbs. It's your muscles waving the white flag. By now, your internal temperature is likely soaring above 40 degrees, 106 degrees, and your body is entering survival mode, shutting down non-essential functions just to keep your brain alive. And here's a darkly funny thought: your muscles spent years helping you lift, run, and survive, only to melt down the moment things get a little too hot. Talk about bad teamwork. So when people say heat stroke makes you weak, they're not exaggerating. It's not just exhaustion, it's your muscles breaking down for real, releasing toxins that could kill you before the heat itself does. Number 4, brain swelling. Now we're entering the truly terrifying part when the heat reaches your brain. As your core temperature keeps climbing, your blood vessels expand in a desperate attempt to cool things down, but inside your skull, that's a disaster. The extra fluid and pressure cause your brain to swell, squeezing against the skull from the inside out. This swelling, or cerebral edema, throws off everything. The electrical balance of your neurons collapses, and your brain's communication network starts to glitch. You might feel dizzy at first, then nauseous. The next moment, you're vomiting, shaking, or slipping out of consciousness entirely. Doctors call this a breakdown of intracranial pressure control. In simple terms, your brain's basically overheating like a cheap gaming laptop fan screaming, lights flickering, and then everything crashes. At this stage, your central nervous system is in full-blown chaos. The heat scrambles the delicate electrical signals that control breathing, movement, and even your sense of reality. That's why people suffering from severe heat stroke can suddenly collapse, convulse, or appear delirious. And the worst part, the swelling doesn't stop just because you've passed out. Without rapid cooling, the brain keeps expanding, cutting off blood flow, starving neurons of oxygen, and triggering a cascade of cell death. Each second counts, and even if you survive, long-term brain damage is a real possibility. It's ironic the brain that built cities, solved equations, and dreamed up space travel can't handle a few extra degrees of heat. So next time you feel your head pounding under the sun, don't brush it off. That's not just a headache, it could be your brain sending a final overheating warning before the system fries completely. Number 3, skin death. At this point, your body has officially thrown in the towel. The skin, your first line of defense against heat, begins to fail. Normally, sweat is your built-in air conditioner, evaporating to carry heat away. But when the body's temperature climbs too high for too long, those sweat glands literally burn out. They stop responding, leaving your skin hot, dry, and eerily flushed. It's a cruel paradox: you're overheating, but you can't sweat anymore. The surface of your body feels like it's glowing, radiating heat like a furnace. Touching your own skin can feel wrong, almost like it's burning from the inside out. Doctors describe this as anhydrosis, the complete shutdown of your ability to cool yourself down. Without sweat, there's no way to release the heat, so your core temperature skyrockets even faster, creating a vicious cycle of internal combustion. Every inch of your skin becomes a battlefield, capillaries expand wildly, blood rushes to the surface, and the cells themselves start breaking down from the relentless heat. You might notice a strange shift: your skin, once drenched and clammy, turns dry, red, and rigid, a telltale sign of late-stage heat stroke. And if that's not bad enough, this skin shutdown also fools your body into thinking it's fine. You don't feel wet anymore, so your brain assumes cooling is working, when it's really failing catastrophically. It's as if your body just rage quits cooling mode. The system overheats, gives up, and leaves you to roast in silence. By now, your internal organs are screaming for relief, but the skin, the armor that was supposed to save you, has betrayed its post. And that betrayal, it's one of the last warnings before your body begins to truly break apart. Number 2, organ failure. This is where things go from bad to biologically apocalyptic. When your body hits this stage of heat stroke, the organs that keep you alive start dropping one by one. The liver, your body's chemical factory, begins to fail first, unable to process the flood of toxins released by dying cells. Then the kidneys follow, overwhelmed by heat and muscle breakdown products like myoglobin. Without them, your blood becomes a toxic soup. The heart tries to compensate, pumping faster to push what little oxygen remains through your scorched system, but even the heart can't survive the chaos. As internal temperatures soar above 40 degrees, the proteins and enzymes that keep your cells running literally start to cook. Imagine your insides turning into a slow, horrifying version of breakfast, because that's basically what's happening. You're literally slow cooking from the inside out. Doctors call this multi-organ failure, and it's every bit as terrifying as it sounds. Your body is like a complex assembly line, and heat stroke is the fire that burns through each department in sequence. Once the liver and kidneys go offline, the heart struggles to keep pressure stable, blood thickens, vessels collapse, and oxygen delivery stops almost entirely. The body's internal balance, or homeostasis, completely breaks down. Enzymes denature, tissues swell, and the lining of your organs begin to leak. It's not just overheating anymore, it's biological meltdown. Every system is screaming in panic, trying to cool, detox, or stabilize, but there's no saving it without immediate medical intervention. At this stage, even the best doctors have minutes to act. Cooling, fluids, oxygen, everything must happen fast. Otherwise, your body becomes a chain reaction of failure, each dying organ dragging the next one down with it. And the cruel twist, you might not even realize it's happening because your brain, just like everything else, is starting to fade. Number 1, the calm before collapse. After all the chaos, the burning skin, the convulsions, the confusion, something strange happens. Everything suddenly goes quiet. The panic fades, the pain dulls, and for a brief, eerie moment, you feel calm, peaceful, even. Victims of severe heat stroke often describe this stage as a kind of release, a surreal sense of coolness washing over them, as if the body has finally stopped fighting. But don't be fooled, this isn't recovery. It's the body's final illusion. As your systems run out of energy, your brain floods itself with endorphins, those natural painkillers that make you feel serene in moments of extreme stress. It's the same chemical trick that sometimes happens in near-death experiences, your mind's way of cushioning the fall. In truth, this piece is your brain's goodbye letter. Oxygen levels plummet, electrical activity slows, and the signals between neurons start to fade into static. It's the shutdown sequence of a machine that's been pushed too far for too long. One by one, your organs power down, the heart slows, breathing weakens, and consciousness starts to unravel. Some describe it as floating. Others say it feels like the world slipping into soft focus, as if the pain and noise are being gently erased. But scientifically, it's just the silence before collapse, the body's systems fading in perfect, tragic synchrony. And the darkest irony of all, it feels kind. Your brain's final act of mercy, sparing you from the horror of what's really happening. Or, as I like to put it, your brain's final act of kindness before shutting down for good. Then comes the stillness, no heat, no pain, no thought, just the quiet end of a body that fought too long against the sun. Heat stroke isn't just a case of overheating, it's a full-scale biological catastrophe. Every system in your body, from your skin to your brain, spirals into chaos, fighting a losing battle against the heat. What starts as a bit of dizziness under the sun can end with your organs shutting down one by one. Because here's the terrifying truth, the sun doesn't just burn your skin, it cooks your brain. So, next time you feel that scorching heat on your back, remember it's not just discomfort, it's a warning. If dark science gives you chills, subscribe to Chill Facts, where curiosity never melts.